Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I know I've been MIA for a while, but I have a gift for you guys. It's gonna be a story time, and it's gonna be my roommate horror story. As many of you guys know, I go to UC Merced, gang, and I live in an apartment style housing on campus, and I have one roommate, but three, like there's four of us in total, so there's one room and then one room and there's two people in each room. So to begin with, we have to start with before move-in day. So around January or whatever, or January, yikes, around July, I came to orientation July 12th, and I asked them specifically, can I stay in the apartment style housing on campus because they're bigger, there are less people in there, and they weren't gonna let me bring my car, and I'm not about to take the bus. Like I'm just not. It's not a thing. Anyway, and so they were like, yeah, okay. And so early August, like August 2nd, they sent our housing assignments. And I immediately knew I was in a room with somebody I did not know at all. Like the name, I was like, I don't know you. And then like the next day, they sent a new housing assignment. And I was like, okay. So I've been like the only consistent person in the room. Like I was in this room from the jump. And this housing assignment, let's call them. So there was Kelly, who was my roommate, and then there's Kelly, who was supposed to be my roommate, Sarah, who is Kelly's best friend, who was in the other room, and then Louise, who's the other girl. So it's me, Sarah, Kelly, Louise. And so that was the assignment. And then like around, I think a week before move in, Kelly goes, hey guys, so me and Sarah are like best friends, and we really wanted to move in together, but housing messed it up, and so now like we're in the same apartment but we're separated. Are you guys cool if we switch rooms? I said, yeah, I don't really care. It is what it is, just let me know. She was like, cool, thanks. The next day, because we have like a bathroom inside of our apartment, so I was like, hey, like, who's gonna bring stuff for the bathroom? Like, are we gonna have a like thingy, like a shower caddy in the bathroom so we can keep our soaps and stuff in there, or are we just gonna carry them in and out every day? Or like, do you guys want rugs, like those things so you step out of the shower and you're on like a carpet and not like the floor? And I asked, I was like, hey, do you guys want to split it, or do we not want them? Like, what's going on? Nobody responded. And I was like, cool, I guess they don't want anything. And so I think 2, 3 more days passed, and I was like, hey, so when are you guys moving in? Because I feel like if me and Louise are inconveniencing ourselves by letting you two move in together, that we should have had the first pick of the room, to see which one is bigger. Because even though they're both the same, one of them it was bigger. Once again, they did not respond. And so I was like, all right, fine, fuck it. Excuse my French. But, fine, whatever. If that's what you guys want to do, you don't want to respond, cool. This is red flag number one, because I feel like they're not great communicators, and I'm a communicator person. I am a planner. I need to know like what's happening and when is it happening, and like what's the game plan. Like I'm just that kind of person. Like I need a game plan. And so, whatever. So, fast forward to move-in day, I have all my stuff. And when me, my mom, and my brothers, you know, got there, we walked into the room that is assigned to me, and it was the A room. So, I was supposed to be in 227A. And you guys don't know what hall, so it doesn't matter. But I was supposed to be in 227A on the left side. So I go in there, and then I look to the right, there's stuff on there, and so I'm like, okay, Kelly must have already moved in. And so I was like, oh wait, she say she wanted to sleep or to share a room with Sarah, so let me go see the other room. I go in the other room, there's stuff in there. So like there's one bed that's like empty, and then one bed that has like a full bed that was made or whatever. But because nobody was in there, I had no way of knowing, is this Louise's stuff or is it Sarah's stuff? Because if it was Louise's stuff, then I could have just moved my stuff in there and then it would have been fine. But I didn't know. So I was like, all right, cool. And I had no way of getting in contact with him. So I moved all of my stuff into 227A, the left side, all of it. I moved all my stuff that I brought. And then I was like, okay, Mom, we need to go to the store to get my refrigerator and like snacks and like food and like all that other stuff. And so we leave. When we leave, we come back maybe an hour or so later to drop the stuff off, and then we're in there, and then Sarah and Kelly are in there. Sarah's stuff is in the other room. Kelly's stuff is where it's supposed to be, in that room. And so I was like, well, I don't know what's going on. My brother's hungry, so we're just going to leave. I put my refrigerator and everything in there, and I left it at that. So we leave again. When I come back, me, Thelma, Louise, I'm just kidding. But me, Sarah, Louise, and Kelly, we're all there. Everybody who's supposed to be in the room, we're all in there. We're all moving our stuff in. Then Sarah comes and she's like, hey, so I talked to Louise and she said she's cool with you moving into that room and me moving into this room. And I was like, where were you guys earlier when I asked you when you guys were moving in so we could have solidified this first? And that's what I said. And then my mom was like, well, if you don't want to move your stuff, then you don't have to move your stuff. And I was like, well, I mean, I just don't, like, I'm really big on my personal space. Like, I'm a very easy person to live with, but like my space is my space. You feel me? So like you should not be in my space. And Sarah was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be in here all the time. Me and Kelly are best friends. Like I was like, no, you're not. No, no. And so I was like, fine, let's just move all my stuff that it was already packed. It was already in the room. It was already situated the one I wanted to. Like my tapestry was on the wall. I don't know if you saw it in the room too. But like all my stuff was on the wall, like I was ready. And then I was like, let's just grab my stuff and move it because I don't want her in my room all day. Like that just doesn't make any sense. And so then, um, and so then we move all my stuff and then it was okay. And then Louise's family was there and I really wanted my bed lofted. Like I saw it on like the internet and I was like, I want my bed lofted. I want to put my refrigerator under my bed and I want to maximize space because if I put all of my stuff under my bed, then when you look at my bed, it looks clean, it looks neat, like it looks organized. It doesn't look like there's stuff everywhere. And so her parents and her sisters and everything, they all came and they helped me like loft my bed and they helped me make my bed and everything because I had literally just made it over there and then I was over here and it was hot. It was like 100 degrees in Merced. Like it was a mess. And so basically they helped me and then we moved all our stuff and all my stuff was in there. My snacks were done. My clothes were put up. Everything was cool. Day one was fine. My roommate didn't stay in the room. She left for the weekend. And so it was just me and I was chilling, living my best life. Whoop, whoop. And so that wasn't a problem. The first week, this is where the problem started. So we started like, I was like, okay, so how you guys like cleaning or whatever? And like, they don't really talk to me. Like they didn't talk to me. Sorry, I thought we got a raccoon problem in Merced. I was about to have to run. But so they don't really talk to me. And so I was like, so how are we going to do this cleaning thing? Like what's going on? Nothing. And this was on like Sunday. Classes didn't start till Wednesday. So Monday, I noticed my roommate, all of us are back in the room at this point. So all of us are in the room at this point. We're all, doing our thing. And I noticed because they are not black, they are of other races and ethnicities, that their hair is everywhere. And I was like, hey guys, can you guys start, cleaning up your hair? It's everywhere. And they were like, yeah, my bad. We'll start to sweep more. That's what it was. And I was like, cool. School classes start, and my actual roommate, she has Louise. She has all morning classes, so she was waking up at like 7 in the morning and getting dressed and everything. My classes don't start till like 11:30 noon, so like I'm not getting out of bed till like 9, 10, unless I have something to do. But for the most part, I didn't. And so like I wasn't really bothered because I'm the type of person where I'll wake up but I can go back to sleep. It's just, don't continue to wake me up. So week 1, she wakes up with her alarm and it's loud. It's extremely loud. And I'm just like, okay, cool. I asked her if she can turn the volume down. She was like, cool, no problem. So that wasn't really the issue. Wednesday, she wakes up, she gets dressed, she's ready, and then I hear a male voice in my room. And I'm like, I was like, do you sound like a man when you wake up? Like, what's going on? And then, like, I look, and there's a man in my room. And I was just like, I didn't say anything, but I gave her, like, a look, like a, why is, I'm asleep. Like, and I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm going to roll over, I'm going to go to sleep. Or I'm going to try to go to sleep. I couldn't sleep because he was in there, and they were talking, and they were very rude. And so I'm like, maybe this is just, like, a one-time thing. She just reconnected with her friend. It's all good. The next day, same thing. She wakes up at, like, 7. She gets dressed, and then he comes over. And I'm like, okay, he's always here. Got it. And so I was like, hey, just in the morning, can you make sure your friend's not, like, in the room because I'm usually sleeping? And she goes, yeah, okay. And so then, like, after I wake up and we're already getting ready, her friend started letting himself into our apartment without knocking, without asking, without do not pass go. Like, he would just feel like he's coming in and he would just open the door and come in. And then he would do the same thing to my room. And I, like, have a problem with this because I'm like, sir, what if I was changing? What if I was changing? You don't even, okay. And so I didn't say anything. I was like, maybe, once again, maybe it's a one-time thing. So the first week goes by, and this is the habit. She wakes up really obnoxious. She turns the music on, she sings, she does whatever, really loudly, and then her friend comes over. Then in the afternoon, her friend just barges into our apartment. Cool. The next week, it gets worse, and she starts leaving her lamp on. Now, I like to sleep in the dark, but I have to hear noise while I sleep. So sometimes I turn on the TV or I watch TV on my phone. Granted, I have never turned on the TV while she was in there because I wanted to respect her space. If she don't want to listen to Law and Order, then she do not have to listen to Law and Order. You feel me? So, like, I was very respectful in that sense. Ooh. And so, yeah. I was very respectful in that sense. So, I never bothered her with my noise. So, I assume you're not going to try to bother me with your light. But she would leave the light on, and she would leave it pointed up, which means our whole light, or our whole room, was like brighter than my future out there. Like, it was so bright in that room. And so, like, I kind of told her, like, hey, like, hey, you're light. And she's like, oh, my bad. And so, like, week 2, I overhear her telling her friend, oh, I'm not going to go to class because, like, he just lectures, and, like, our test is based off the lecture anyway, so it's all good, or the lecture side. And I was like, which means my me time in the morning is being compromised. Got it. Once again, I'm still not saying anything because I feel like we still need to grow. Like, we still need to, like, learn how each other moves. So I can't really be mad at her because she's probably used to something different. And that's what it is. Week 3. At this point, mind you, the Saturday we clean. They don't really know how to clean, but it's cool because I just go behind them and clean. Week 3. Week 3, she had me all the way effed up. All the way. Like, she disrespected me. She disrespected my mom. She was just disrespectful. Like, I felt like my ancestors were disrespected at this point. She comes into the room at like 2 in the morning, and it's cool. I let her in because she was locked out because the bitch never carries her keys. And I let her in. She's cool. She plays it. She's playing her music really loud. And mind you, I was already in bed. Like, I was in my pajamas. I was ready to go to sleep. I asked her if she can turn it down. She turned it down. We wake up. She wakes up at like 7 in the morning. And when she wakes up, she proceeds to invite her male friend over after I asked her not to have her friend in the room while I'm asleep. She's rummaging through the drawers in the loudest possible way. Like, in the loudest possible way. Like, she's rummaging through every drawer. She's slamming things, whatever. She then goes to the shower bathroom area, and she's in the sink, and she starts dancing. And the only reason I know that she starts dancing because I have a mirror by my desk, and there's a mirror against our shower door. So like they reflect into each other. So what she was doing in there, I could see through there. Whatever. So I see her and she's doing the most and she's talking loud on the phone. And like I'm asleep. It's 7. And I'm like, I get it. Like people are up at 7, but you see that I'm asleep. So then whatever, she goes, they do what they do, and then they come into the room and they're talking shit about me in Spanish. And I was like, really? Because little do you know that I understand Spanish, so you're not doing nothing. You feel me? And so I was like, I started laughing and I was like, pinche pendeja. Like, I'm like, whatever, like, I'm not scared of you. Like, you are nothing. And so that was it. And so like, mind you, these are like little things, but they're not like, they're just annoying. So like, I'm trying to let it go, but like, I'm annoyed because I'm like, for the last 3 weeks, I've been dealing with you not respecting the fact that I'm asleep, not touching, like, not respecting my space. I always, if she had company in the room, I would go to a different room so that way she could, have her company. If she was like hungry or she was eating or something, I would ask if you need me to throw your trash away because I'm about to throw my trash away. Like I would do stuff like that to help her out. And so I just felt like I'm being the most considerate roommate I can be, and you are not. But this video is getting really long and I'm uploading from my phone, so it's going to take longer. So if you want a part 2, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and you'll have a part 2 tomorrow. If I'm being honest, you'll just get the part 2 tomorrow. And I love you guys. Peace.